Hi everybody and welcome back to your channel and welcome to Hartpury. Today we are very lucky to be talking again to Erin Orford. First of all, congratulations on one of your marks. You got it first.
Thank you. Yes, I did. Yeah.
How do you think the competition going? Are you happy so
far? I'm really pleased with them. We had an international PB today.
Okay.
So yeah, still always lots to do, but a good start. I'm happy with that.
Yeah. As you know, we are going to be addressing a question that was given to me by one of our fans, and it got in regards to how do you ride as a person with forearm difficulties?
Yeah, so I'm missing the radius in both my arms.
Yeah.
So it affects my wrists, my hands, my grip, and the dexterity that I have.
Yeah.
So I ride with looped reins. I can't grip the reins; they would just slip through my hands.
Yes.
But the loops that I have on my reins that are specially made means I can put one or two fingers through. Or more if they're a bit stronger. Yeah. And it means that I don't have to worry about gripping as much. And that combined with like the grip on the gloves really helps me to keep hold and have a consistent contact with the horse. Yeah, I was just like to ask in regard to contact. Yeah.
How do you find it affecting your contact?
So I find, because of the nature of my disability, so the lower leg being impacted as well. Yeah. I actually prefer a horse with a slightly stronger contact. Yeah. And something that stays into the rein, because I struggle to then push them into the rein because of my lower leg issues. Yeah. So actually, kind of with the loop reins, the tension helps me to keep the reins. Whereas if they were too light, I haven't got the leg to support them to then push them into it as much. Yeah. So yeah, I think you do lose a bit of the feel when you have loop reins, which is a downside. Yeah. But you don't quite have the same connection with the horse's mouth. Yeah. But I actually like to hold the loop and the main rein itself. Okay. Just so that I try and keep that line of communication as consistent as possible. Yeah. And as close to a kind of normal rein as I can.
So you have a double rein, don't you? Is that what you say?
I've got so mine is like a normal piece of leather. Yeah. And then there's holes all the way down the rein. Okay. And there's a buckle and a loop. So I have two loops on each side. So I've got a longer loop for the stretching work and warming up, and then a shorter loop for the kind of more collected work and test outline. Okay. So yeah, there's kind of a bit of adjustability there.
When you started off riding, how did you find, like, what did you think about trying to get a riding school? Like, where did you go? What did you do?
Yeah, so I started with the RDA. Yeah. So my first ever one was actually in Chesham. Okay. And it was a very small base, and then I moved house and moved a bit further away with my family. Yeah. And I actually went out to Athens in 2004 to watch the Paralympics. Yeah. A friend of ours was competing in wheelchair basketball. Okay. And they linked me up with South Bucks RDA, who did a bit of RDA and sport riding combined. So they very much helped me to ride different horses. I never ever thought I'd ever have my own horse to ride. That was a dream. Yeah. So I never thought that was kind of a realistic thing. Yeah. So they kind of helped me with different horses to ride. I basically rode whatever I was offered and just took that opportunity. And then they helped me to make that transition to sport riding as well. Okay. So but yeah, there's even now there's way more opportunities through the RDA as well with their national competitions and regional stuff. Yeah. And actually there's a much closer crossover between para competitions and RDA.
Okay. So lastly, any advice for like parents or for children with forearm limitations. Do you have any advice for that?
I think probably get out there and watch what other people are doing, kind of learn from other riders. There are so many different riders with so many different disabilities, and what works for me isn't necessarily going to work for someone else. We all have our different strengths and weaknesses, and what works best for each other. But you can definitely learn from other people and what they've tried. And they might have thought of something that you hadn't. And kind of a lot of riders have been doing this for years and years and have tried different things. So kind of speak to them, and most people are very approachable and happy to share what they've learned and kind of the pros and cons. So don't be afraid to get in touch with people, get in touch with the RDA, your local para reps, kind of your local riders. Go to competitions like this. This is free to attend. Watch live stream. You can learn so much from other people and what they have experimented with and what they found as a solution. It really does make a difference, and it really does. You might come across something that you hadn't seen before.
So if you'd like to see Erin in action, please stay tuned. Thanks very much for watching, and thank you, Erin Karen Orford. Thank you very much.